All right, we're going straight to these pictures, in fact, coming in right now of the Prime Minister who's in fact departing from Tianjin after the important bilateral with Russia after the, in fact, conclusion of the SCO summit that the Prime Minister, in fact, that India was a part of. Right now, pictures are of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who is, in fact, leaving China, which was the host country for the SCO summit this time around. The Prime Minister, in fact, in the course of these days has met President Putin as well, discussing trade, security and peace. Importantly, in Ukraine, we saw the development over this morning earlier. The Prime Minister now concluding his visit to China and has departed for New Delhi. The Prime Minister, an important meeting as a part of the SCO summit in Tianjin, which was in fact with China, which was the host country here. The SCO summit and the bilateral, in fact, followed by the summit has concluded. The Prime Minister is now on his way to the national capital, back to the country. In fact, to tell our viewers a little about the big developments as far as this meeting in China is concerned, we saw the SCO summit conclude. We've seen those optics, and we'll put those pictures out also in a moment from now. Excellent optics on the leadership of India, Russia and China seen together, coming in the context as it does and coming in the backdrop of as it does during, in fact, the trade tensions between both the nations that have soared. After a successful SCO summit, bilateral with Russia, the Prime Minister now has left for India. This is the conclusion of the SCO summit. And like I mentioned, this has been a successful summit. We've also seen, in fact, a resolution, or rather the SCO make a mention and condemn the horrific Pahalgam terror attacks. India has also, in fact, sent out a message to Pakistan saying that hypocrisy on terror is not something that should be allowed, given that Pakistan too is a part of the SCO and was pretty much there on the table when these statements were made by the Prime Minister. Getting in these live pictures right now from Tianjin, where the Prime Minister is. The Prime Minister has now, in fact, left for the national capital. It's the end of the years of his very successful SCO summit. I'm also, in fact, going to go across to Maria for more details. Maria, as far as Prime Minister Modi flagging off certain nations, of course, making a very indirect sort of a reference to Pakistan is concerned. That is something that has been done. A message has been set on the terror front as far as trade and tensions with US is concerned. A message has been sent to the US as well as far as the optics here is concerned, isn't it? It's been a successful SCO summit in that sense.
Yes, it's the end of the Tokyo Tianjin summit, and Prime Minister Modi is now leaving Tianjin for Delhi. It has been a successful trip, undoubtedly, because Mr. Modi combined Tokyo along with Tianjin. There have been several key deals which have been signed in Tokyo, as much as we highlight the key bilaterals which have taken place in Tianjin. Let's not forget that this clubbing of the visit is a message that is going in also to United States of America. Remember, Japan has been one of the closest trade partners of America. Having said that, in terms of optics, I would say Mr. Modi got ticked all the boxes, particularly that pull aside which happened between Prime Minister Modi, Xi Jinping and Vladimir Putin. The Tianjin Declaration actually reiterating several words of the Prime Minister, going to the extent of saying that there can be no double speak when it comes to cross-border terrorism. It also goes on to talk about how there has to be a condemnation of April 22nd Pahalgam terror attack. So a lot of achievements as far as a Tianjin Declaration is concerned, and coming together now of the big image that emerged from that carpooling which the two leaders did, Prime Minister Modi and Vladimir Putin. Remember, America particularly will be watching that chemistry which was on full display between Prime Minister Modi and and Vladimir Putin. At the same time, as far as the messaging that came in from Xi Jinping and Prime Minister Modi's bilateral is concerned, I would say there is cautious optimism here in New Delhi. This summit, Sneha, undoubtedly is being watched by multiple world capitals. It's not just about Beijing, Moscow, and New Delhi. It's about the Western world watching the messaging which has emerged from this grouping. There has been a lot of revisit. There will be great degree of caution with which India will be approaching its equation, the rearrangement of sorts which has happened between India and Beijing. But at the same time, I would say the reiteration that they are not rivals but partners is something which will be seen as an achievement. So all in all, two cities, Tokyo and Tianjin, Prime Minister Modi is now leaving as he enplanes Tianjin to return to New Delhi.